Oh my. Good night, everybody. Guys, you see how me this combobulated. Good night to you all, one and all, guys. I know you all are waiting. You see how me just rush come here, wet, all wet. I'm just coming home. Just coming home from the program work. And as soon as I get home, you know I get home from the hospital, I gotta go take me a shower. I just get home, run, go take me a shower, and now I am here. I was just calling about my headphones because I had my headphones and ran away and left them. It seems like in a hurry. You ever hear them say more haste, less speed? Well, I was in a hurry. In a hurry, me just take a shower. No makeup put back on except my lipstick. But anyway, guys, anyway, the show must go on. Matters not what. The show must go on. So tonight is another night. We are back here on Trevessence Unstoppable, and we are going to be doing another night of red flag review. I really do wish I had my headphones because, oh my word, Jesus, guys. Because if I did, I would be able to. But anyway, when you're in a hurry to do things, these kinds of things do happen. But anyway, guys, we are going to be working with this we are going to be working with this program. How you doing? All my travelers are rolling into the house, and I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. I know we are starting off a little bit late, but circumstances I couldn't control. I gotta make that bread. Ikram was here right at 9 o'clock, ready and waiting. Kerry Goodas, my dear traveler in the form of Kerry Goodas was here as well, waiting. But guys, I am here now. Nardia is here. How you doing, Nardia? And my lovely Aridota is here, and I'm sure there are other people who are in the background looking in the background checking in, and there are some people who will one day step over that threshold and come in, and there are others who will never step over. But we say greetings and blessings to everybody. Thank you all so much for coming in. Thank you all so much for coming into the live. Tonight is the night when I'm going to really need my headphones, and tonight is the night when I when I ran away and left. I left one of them at work and the other one I have no idea where it is. But anyway, we are going to. Nadia says she is cold. Yes, it is cold, but it's cold outside. It's not cold inside, but it is cold outside. But I still got myself all dressed up. I had to grab the first thing I found so that I could run come to the computer. Invite your friends, guys. Do not be afraid. Invite your friends and your friends and your friends' friends to come on in. Don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to share the live out and invite your friends and your friends' friends to come on into the live and let us talk, guys, because we are about empowering each other. And we're going to use our stories, my story, your story, their story, our stories, to empower those who are coming and those who have never came. Okay, so everybody's going to get empowerment. And this is our second story in this new thing that I started with the red flag review, where we pick up stories off the internet and elsewhere, and we share the stories here, and we try to identify the red flags in this story, because every story that ends ugly had red flags that were ignored. Right? You agree with me? Yes. Those of you have listened to my story had red flags all over it. Somebody said last week there was red tablecloth, red sheet, red curtain, red everything in that story. And as much as, it grieves me to admit it that, Trev, yeah, it was all there. I have to admit to myself that yes, Trev, you have to come to the realization that there were red flags everywhere, and you still went head head first, hellbent into a situation that could have possibly cost you your life. We don't want that to happen to anybody else. We don't want anybody else to encounter what I have, what you have, what somebody else have. We want people to be able to see when something is not right and follow your gut. Follow your gut instinct, because always there's always um, that little voice telling us this is not right. There's always that little voice saying this is not right. This is not how love is supposed to feel, regardless of what the person is saying. Because you know the person who is planning to trick you or cheat you is always talking a good talk. And they're always trying to disregard when you express yourself about how you feel about the situation. They are the first ones to disregard what you are saying as nonsense, a myth, and foolishness and nonsense and all of that. But do not turn your back on your guts. Okay? Your guts tell you it is not right, it does not feel right. Trust and believe in your gut, because chances are it is not right, not the right thing for you. It might be a pretty Boaz, but let me tell you something. Even the pretty handsome Boaz, them sting hot. Yes, they are venomous. So follow your heart. And tonight I'm going to be playing um one story from Unstoppable about a month ago. And I tell you, I listened to that story over and over and over again. Why I listened to that story? Because that story had, just like my story, a ton of red flags. A ton of red flags. But this lady was determined, well, I'm in it already. You get that feeling? It's a very bad feeling, guys. Let me just tell you this. When you are in a relationship, you're entering in a relationship, and the relationship is starting to look ugly, and it's not desirous. It don't give you that feeling, so you want it. You know that feeling that make you go, your heart go, your stomach go platter platter. Yeah. When you're not getting that feeling, but you have the other party who is pushing and negotiating, pushing and coming at you, and it's almost like they're no longer negotiating. They are just demanding that you enter into this relationship with them, and they are trying to paint themselves so beautiful, and they're trying to make it seem as though if you do not succumb and fall for them, it will be the biggest mistake of your life. That is the time you are supposed to run. Yes, because if that relationship had spoken to your soul, they would not have had to get on their knees and cry. They would not have had to beg you. You would have felt it in your gut that, well, yes. Yes, I really just feel like I could have a relationship with this person, a good relationship, a compatible relationship, and a relationship in which we can both benefit and grow. But a lot of times we don't get that gut feeling, but the other person is persistent because what? They see you as an opportunity, they do not see you as a lifelong partner. So, so they're going to take the opportunity out of you, and then they're going to discard you. And we have found that to be happening all too often. So, um, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this story here from Unstoppable show. I'm going to play this story here from the Unstoppable Show, and we are going to be pausing as we go along and identifying the red flags. Guys, are ready? If everybody is ready, let us begin. Let us begin. I have my pen and I have my paper, guys, because even these days, even though I went through the reddest flag and the reddest sea, I still need to learn to identify red flags. Okay? And we are going to play this story here. I'm not going to start from the beginning. We're going to start like right. Wait, let me take off Unstoppable right there. So I don't know, so let me play it and tape it already. That started it. We started talking every day, all day. I had two jobs. I was working two jobs at the time. My one job that I had, I could basically, it was real laid back, so I could talk to him. And we talk all day, every day. And I couldn't understand while talking to him, because he seemed like a real sweet guy, how he couldn't find nobody in Jamaica. And I'm like, you're such a nice guy. You'll find somebody in Jamaica. Who think that is a red flag? Anybody in the chat? Auntie Chris, how you doing? Auntie Kizzy, how you doing? Well, Rich, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Talk to me, guys. Who thinks that was a red flag? Where he's telling her he ain't got nobody. And she's saying, you are such a sweet guy. How come you can't find nobody in Jamaica? And only me one think that's a red flag? Well, even if it's me alone who think that is a red flag, I'm writing it down. That is a red flag for me. Even if you all don't think so. Oh, you didn't hear clearly? Princess Share. Wait, maybe me have to take off the headphone and put it close to the... and put it closer to it. All right. You didn't hear it. All right. All right. Let's continue to listen. Just a little piece right there. I'm gonna tape this up already, but figure look feet right here now, not right. So my story starts online. So one day I'm with my friend, and my friend was like, why don't you sign up for an online account and try to see how it is dating online? I never did it before, and I was like side-eyeing the whole thing. So I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. So I set up an online account. So I set up the online account, and I started not to see anybody that I liked, but I seen this guy, and he kept popping up, and he kept on saying that we was compatible. And I was like, he's not my type. So I started looking on his pictures, and I see that he's from Jamaica. And he was cute. So I was like, you know what? He keeps popping up all the time. So let me go in his inbox and just say hi. So I go in his inbox and I say hi. And me and him, we start talking. To ask you. He asked me to get a WhatsApp so we can start 30 minutes within voice messaging back and forth. And that started it. We started talking every day, all day. I had two jobs. I was working two jobs at the time. My one job that I had, I could basically, it was real laid back, so I could talk to him. And we talk all day, every day. And I couldn't understand while talking to him, because he seemed like a real sweet guy, how he couldn't find nobody in Jamaica. And I'm like, you're such a nice guy. You'll find somebody in Jamaica. And then he was telling me, like, you're a nice girl. You'll find somebody in the U.S. And one day, after saying that... Hold on there, guys. You see how he pulled that one on her? Yes, so I am in Jamaica and I can't find nobody. And you are telling me that I should find somebody because I'm a nice guy in Jamaica. So how come you can't find nobody and you over there? You all see that? All right. I was like, he's perfect for me. And he just checked off all the boxes. Even though he wasn't quite my type, he checked off all the boxes. And I was like, you know what? His heart is pure. I want to see where this goes. And I started really falling for him, and he started falling for me. So I started asking him questions. She said he started falling for her. Guys, you all believe that? Just pretend you never hear the story, man. Because me no not got to say, oh, no, did hear the story already. Just pretend you all never heard the story before. So, how many red flags you all find already? Because I already found 3. Who else found 3 red flags? Nobody else? How many you all have found already? Because trust me, find three already, and I could have found more too. But anyway, we're going to continue because we're already late, running late.
First, I wanted to ask him questions about his past relationships. So I asked him a question about his past relationship and why he couldn't really seem to have a girlfriend. And he told me that all his girlfriends he had cheated on him. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. He looks good and everything, and he seems really nice. Why is everybody cheating on him? And he says that some of the relationships he had, they got into a bad argument, and they just never talked to him no more.
Oh my God, this is why I take the thing, because I don't like this to happen.
And I'm like,
in the middle.
That's dumb. I mean, we have it's not human nature to argue all the time. Why nobody talking to you? And he was like, well, I guess they just move on real fast. And he told me that he had a little bit of a temper. He could be a little bit hot-headed sometimes.
A little bit.
And I'm a nice person, and I have a good head on my shoulders, and I'm like, I'm not going to ever push him to that point. You know, he told me that he had a temper when people talk to him like he's stupid. And I'm like, I'm not going to talk to you like you're dumb. So we kept talking, and eventually I said, you know what, I got to see if we're going to hit it off because we have so many things in common. And, you know, now in this age, I'm tired of these one-a-day texter, man. He was so consistent. Every time I text him, bam, he was replying back. He was also asking me how was I doing, asking me if I ate. You know, sometimes he can hear my voice if I was tired, and he was like, oh, my baby's tired. And I was like, you know what? Why not? Let me see if we hit it off. So I booked.
Who find any more red flags? Who is with me? Girlfriend cheat on him. Oh yeah, that's another one. Woman should be the first one to find a mate. Yes, same as a red image. Says a hothead. Oh yes. Oh yes. Little bit of temper. There you go, Nordia. I got just a little bit of a temper. Really? Okay. All right. And she's going to interpret that now as him being honest. Oh yes, he's being honest with me because he's telling me, that he's had a little bit of temper and he's not violent. It's just a little bit of temper. All right. Watch how she's gonna whitewash that and make it look nice and pretty. Let's continue to listen to what is going to happen after that.
The flight to Jamaica to Mobe, and I was going to meet him and see if we hit it off. So fast forward to that, I meet up with him, and he really didn't have any money. So I knew I was going to be paying for everything on the trip. And I didn't mind. If he was cool and we were going to hit it off, I didn't really mind. So I paid for everything on the trip. I brought him some shoes and some clothes down from America. And other than that, we hit it off. We went to the beach. He showed me around Mobe. It was beautiful. We connected. But there's one red flag that came up.
She said one.
I was getting souvenirs for family members back home. And we went to one store, and the man knew him. And I was like, this man know you? How you know the man? And he was like, well, I've been here, he was like, the last time I've been here was 2 years ago. I guess I have a memorable face. And when I was shopping around, I noticed they were off to the side talking. And I took a mental note of that, but I was like, okay, whatever. And I kind of threw it to the side.
All right, guys, we're going to pause right there. Let me see who else has found some red flags in just that last part where she says she went to Montego Bay to meet this guy. Who else found a red flag? How many red flags did you all find? She was his meal ticket. About 10. All right, Princess find about 10. The man I tell her a long time who he really sees. That is a big old red curtain. Yes, he's telling her who he really is. But she ain't listening because we don't listen. We're not listening. The other clues are right there, guys. But we ain't listening. We ain't paying attention. We are hellbound to what we are going to do, and that is what we are going to do. Can Betty have this tour guy overcharge her? Oh my God, Nardi, I love you. There you go. There you go. She starts spending. All right, so she goes there. He doesn't have any money. All right. She has a rationale for that. He don't have any money. She knows she's coming from America. She's gonna have to spend. Yes, we sometimes feel that way because you are, you know, you're going to Jamaica. You are the one going to Nigeria. You are the one going wherever to this man. You figure that you coming from America. You don't shape the money tree, and you are going over. So you're gonna do the spending. All right, that's a red flag. Okay, she said they were buying souvenir and they went into the store and it seemed like the man knew the guy. What y'all think the guy how do you think the guy knew that man? Let me see if anybody else thinking like me. Anybody else thinking like me? How you think the guy in the store know this guy? Now hurry up and tell me. All right. You know what me think? I am thinking that he has been doing this over time. And every time the women go to Jamaica, he take them to the same store. There you go, Auntie Chris. Yes. He has been to that store before. Trev, when you come, Jody, you have to spend for me. Modest. Modest, when I come to Jamaica, yes, baby, I have to go spend for you. Because he came there with not just a next one, Nardia. I think and when you come at me, I spend same way, yes, sir, because I'm my name Yamela. Because he went, yeah, man, he's been there before with other women. So this is his MO. This is his MO, I believe. He is um online picking up these women and then enticing them to come to Jamaica. Enticing them to come to Jamaica. And he has taken them to that same souvenir shop before. And when he takes them there, just like Nordia says, he probably make the man overcharge her. And then when she pays the extra money, the man take the real money for the merchandise and then split the rest of the money for him and for the two of them. Because you see these crooks, they have their confederates with them, you know. They have their confederates with them. Yes. Them have them friends and colleagues and cumbelos with them. When they take a taxi, the taxi fare is $1,000. And them tell the taxi driver, say, if you tell her, say, 5,000. And them split the difference. Yes, man. Same way as Auntie Chris. Watch out. Modest, my name Salvation. I mean, not anymore, sister. You catch me late. If you didn't catch me 10 years ago, you would have been rich. But no, me broke. Me not no fish. Give no, not no fish here, not me broke no. But anyway, yes, guys. So that is why I believe that this person knew. Thanks to those of you who have shared out the live. I see pop up over there on the other screen. I didn't see who it was, though it disappeared fast. But thanks to those of you who have shared out the screen, the stream. Once you come in, guys, hit that like button, share out the stream, invite your friends and your friends to come over, and just let us talk. Let us be able to identify these red flags that this sister here missed. All right, let us continue.
So we go back to the hotel and everything. We have a good time. I'm just going to fast forward to, I had a great time. I'm back home.
No, before you fast forward, I want.
Well, on the Unstoppable. Miss what? I'm going to tape this up, But anyway.
To ask you something, because
I am Nancy.
Oh my gosh, this is driving me bonkers. That is why I miss my headphone, guys. Me feel like stop the live and
let me not
drive go back to work for the headphone.
He brought me a necklace because I always wanted like the little Jamaican necklace. He brought me one of those. That's about it. Other than that, I paid for everything.
All right.
So nothing. So that's a red flag. Him can't even afford to buy her nothing. He cannot afford to buy her anything. But him buy one little cheap necklace them. And I must have the overpaid money where she overpaid at the store. Him act like she miss about 100 red flag. That is true, princess. That is true. She has missed a whole lot of red flags already. Whole heap of red flags. But let's continue to listen.
So we hit it off. You know, we go to the airport. We're both crying because I really don't want to leave him. You know, I had such a connection with him. He was so consistent. He was a gentleman. He was just everything that I imagined him to be from talking to him on WhatsApp and on the internet. So I go home and he tells me, I'm in love with you. And he said, you know, God told me that you're my wife.
Hold up.
Guys, me nah laugh. You see them love bring God in them foolishness. When you see them love bring God in them foolishness, I see some me pick up for me good self and walk God at church. Guys, me not laugh, but let me tell you something. When you see me laugh, I'm not laughing at. I am laughing because it's a way for me to relax. It is my mechanism for relaxation. I'm not laughing at anything. But sometimes I smile at some inappropriate times. Is my way of quenching my anxiety and put me in a different space. So don't get offended if you see me laugh. Don't say, "Oh, Trevor laugh too much after serious business or whatever." Please, just give me a little pass with that because it is my mechanism of survival. So now see that, guys. So they go to the church. Not to the church. Go to the airport and he crying. I pretend say Miss sorry no. If it makes you feel bad. If it makes you feel bad, say she'll leave him. And him know from earth to heaven all that he has planned for her. Alright? Now he's going to call the woman and him going to call God name in her mouth and say, God tell him say she ain't wife. And me I don't know say God not tell him nothing. And I see him where somebody pick up for me good self. And but me gonna counseling. But me gonna go slung in front of pastor for 2 whole months. I talk to pastor. They watch this foolishness. My heart telling me one thing. And I'm still following along and make people throw rope around my neck and lead me. And lead me to the path of destruction. You understand? So it's the same thing with this lady. She says he's telling her that God told him that she is his wife. And I have seen that all the time where these men and these women do it too. And you don't want to be with the person. But just to make the relationship or your intentions appear to be pure, when you know deep down that your intentions are not pure, you bring God in that, because a lot of us throw caution out the door once God is mentioned. I don't know, so me not tell no lie. Right? I heard that as a crocodile tears. Uno love the bally man, demi. Well, Rich say I hear that one. Nika, welcome. Welcome another 4 lovely travelers in the house in the form of Nika. Welcome, Nika. Nika, talk to me. How the watch hours them look. Talk to me, Nika. All right, Rich. Love how the Lima tell. Of course, Walrich. Lima tell, of course. You know, must see. All right, Modest. All right, so let us continue. So I'm crying, and then now he's telling her that God says she is his wife.
Hold up. After 5 days, well, I know you've been communicating with him before you went to Jamaica, but after 5 days, he's in love with you.
Yes.
How long were you communicating online before you flew down to him? You said to Jamaica, but after 5 days, he's in love with you. Hold up.
And 2, he starts saying that, God showed me that you're my wife. And he was like, there's some men wait a lifetime and wait years. But, after you left, I'm missing you. And God told me that you're my wife. And a man to find a wife find good things. And you're my good thing. You're beyond any woman that I ever met. And I was like, whoa, this is really fast. And he was like, I don't have time to be sitting here waiting. He was like, I know you love me too. And I know you be thinking about marriage and stuff. And
guys, before we go too far, let me tell you this. You see, when you see people coming into your life and you see they have this sense of urgency, you see how this man I tell her say she him no want to wait because God says she ain't wife and something. All the man I see is the green card, you know. God I tell him say she ain't wife and him have to marry to her right now. The urgency. That is when we are supposed to stop and say, this I go too fast. This a man in a too much hurry. In a too much hurry. Regardless of the fact that I am not getting to know him, he's not getting to know me either. Because relationship is a two-way street. I haven't gotten a chance to know him, but he's not getting to know me either because he's in such a hurry to marry me. He's in such a hurry, and that's how that guy, he's in such a hurry to marry her. He's even telling her about God. God says he should marry her right away and he shouldn't wait. Because delay is danger. I better that him tell her delay is danger.
And marrying someone, and he was like, I know that you love me. I can just see it in your face that you want to marry me. And he said, just think about it for a day or two, or just think about it for a day or two and just let me know what you think. And, you know, he let me go and he let me really think about it. And I thought about, like, my past relationships. And they really sucked. And I got cheated on. And it really sucked. And I remember how this man made me feel in 5 days and talking to him and how consistent he was. And he made me feel wanted. And
y'all ever know say people can be consistent for 5 days? But check them out for 5 years. For 5 days, she said he was very consistent. You know, sister, one big old red sheet that. Why do I consider that to be a red flag, a big red sheet? Is because people can take their time and treat you well because they have already assigned a limitation to it. It's already compounded in a time frame to it. So I can treat you well for this weekend that you are with me. Yes, we can tolerate you for this weekend. Yes, we can be nice to you this weekend. I'll open the car door for you. I will do this. I will do that. I will do everything to make you feel comfortable for this weekend. But what if I was supposed to stay for a week? Do you think he would continue to treat her that way? Do you think? To be honest, I find it odd. Women come to Jamaica, come look, man. Why no man no they are foreign? That again, modest. Me no know. Well, I guess she loved the man, but deep down the man doesn't love her. He's a pretender. That sound right to me, Real Rich. The thing is, you know, modest. I don't know because me know say I wouldn't deliberately go look out for somebody like online dating, go meet somebody out of the blue. Women know about women know off. Those days to me when I meet strange people are over. You understand? But the thing is, people move all around the world all the time. Yeah, find wife and find husband all about. So that not strange, but boy, may I tell you something. So the Jamaican them developing a reputation out here in the diaspora. I see it not look good, and I would say straight up and straightforward to anybody who tell me, say them a go to Jamaica go marry to one woman or one man, not to do it because them wicked. Me not tell no lie. They have developed a reputation out in the world here that is not good. That is not good. And men do it and women do it. I mean, you know, some people, we just, We just love, and we believe that when we love, the person we love is going to love us back, because we think that's how this reciprocating of love is supposed to go. And we are not looking. When your heart is pure, you are not looking. You are not looking to identify the impurities in others, because you are saying, no, sir, I wouldn't do that to this person. So I don't think this person would do that to me. And that is where we go wrong. Yeah, you're right, Ched. Be nice till the green card come 1 week later. There you go. 1 week later, them change. Oh, yes. All them want is a green card. It's about time that we understand that. I wouldn't encourage anybody to go neither Jamaican or no way at all. Go marry nobody who wants a green card. Especially the big fat white woman them. You don't think one young black strong man really want you for love? You know say, what do my this man? Ma- Modest, you might be, Modest, you might be right, you know. But I have seen men. I met a guy one time who told me that he he came to America. He came to America. When he came to America, he was in New York, and while he was there, his relatives had put him out on the street, said he couldn't stay there anymore. Him and them had some argument. And he said he lived in the bus station. Maybe some of you have heard me tell this story before. He said he lived in the train station in New York for 4 months. He said 4 months he lived in the bus station in New York. And he said one day a white lady, started talking to him. He said he's on the bus, him and him suitcase them on the train, travel back and forth on the train. And the lady started talking to him and asking him questions and whatever. And, he started talking to the lady. And the lady told him, she see him on the train all the time and stuff like that. And if he was homeless and stuff like that. And he talked to the lady, and he talks very, very, very intelligent guy. And the lady took him to her house where he could get a shower and get a hot meal and all of that. And she would take him back to the train station. And then she said she had a room in the back if he wanted to get to live in the room in the back of her house. And she could get him a job and he could get on his feet. So that's how the lady did that for him. And when I met him and her had been married for 16 years and had 3 children. And he said to me, let me tell you something, nurse. Let me tell you, I don't care what storm blow. I have had my own Jamaican people and family tell me, say, oh, she fat and she this and that. Me run them from me. Me no want you know them to come tell me no foolishness to come warp my mind. Because when me there in New York on the train, them same family member, they never invite me for come at them house, take me off of the street, out of the train station. And because of that, we find those kinds of sympathetic loves. I found myself with one. I found myself with one of those sympathetic loves. Me sorry for you before me love you. Ever heard of those? Yeah. But this man seems to be quite genuine, and loves his wife dearly. Even though people think say she be gone fat. Nothing wrong with fat people. Fat people can be loved. Fat people are worth loving. Most men out here where they with these fine women don't want them point blank and period. Get it in our own skull. Well, that's why we're doing this, because we are sure that they show their colors long before we see it. Him change. All them want is green card. Men here are far enough from all nation. There you go, Nardia. Yes, Nardia, men are here, men who are already established, men who are already working, men who already have them green card and them citizenship. Yes, there are men here. There are men here. So anybody who asks me, that's what I would say to them. If you're the American, you can't find one man. something wrong. Find the man America rather than going oceans away, going to Jamaica or wherever else, going online. But I guess it's the intrigue of it. I can't tell people who to love or where to find love. We don't go and go find love wherever you want to find love here, people. But I may tell you, say, I'm not talk to Modest tonight, you know. When you hear the other night, she promised me so she can beat me up. I'm not talk to her tonight, you know. All right, these men are users. Yes, man, the men are users. I'm Jamaican. If I lived overseas, me don't want none of them out here. Yet I always said that I would never. Me not go back to Jamaica, go pick up nobody to bring come America and it's too risky. I'm still the right to say in America and Satan plan for me. All right, but anyway, it's it's reality. I have three uncles that migrate through marriage, and right now only one stayed married as the other two got their papers. They left, even put the woman through hell. You see them something there? All right. What I mean by me forget myself a YT? A YT as in YouTube? Hold on, the mothers. Let's continue, guys.
Validating me in every aspect of the way.
And see, I'm asking you specific questions because I want the viewers to understand as well as myself.
You don't meet a lot of
Jesus,
black girls
this
who are
thing
gang
gets on my
I
last
understand the
nerves.
specialness.
And that is why I tape this thing. What I may I tell you, say, every time I try to do something, the devil always coming on my business. Every time. Trust me and believe me, guys, me need a bath. Because God know. God up at heaven know. Because them something here no right. Them no right at all. And then me run out of work and leave my headphones. And come now, knowing I have another one and I cannot find it. And then what I mean, Modest?
Yeah, I was doing it and I was like, okay, sure, we can get married. So he said, I want to do things right. I want to propose to you. I said, okay, that sounds cool. But he was like, I have a problem. You know my situation, I don't have no job. So you're going to have to buy your rent. And he said, but it's just going to be temporarily because when I get to America, what's going to happen is I'm going to propose to you again and we're going to have this great big wedding.
Wait.
He said,
passing through Willows. Willows, how you doing, darling? So good to see you. Hear that? One another red flag again. How much red flag gonna find already? Can we find about 30? That is another red flag. Yes. Him broke him in a hurry if he married, but him can't even afford one ring. But you hear the promises why him give her? Yes, you hear the promises. Buy your own a ring. Yes, missus, me did buy it for me. I have to laugh after myself these days. Because me don't know. I swear the people them pull wool over me yeah. Because me can't believe some me do them foolishness the way me do. But anywho, me do it already. Anyway, you hear what she say? Him have this urgency for the married, but she have to go buy the ring. But don't worry about it. You see the reassurance? Don't worry about it, darling. Once I come to America, we're going to have a nice wedding. We're going to have a nice big wedding. See him foolishness, me bye. See him foolishness. Don't worry yourself, Trev. Once me finish school, everything going to be okay. All of this, you don't have to worry about this, you don't have to worry about that. You as my granny Nita would have said, a fool no go market, bad sitting no sell. All right? You go buy your own. I want to feel I could have buy my own. Well, I saw it go. So me buy and me married to myself. So guys, welcome into the live stream. We are doing a red flag review, another red flag review here tonight, guys. We are having fun over here. Fun as in not fun, but fun. Because we are trying to make this as less depressing as possible. We don't want it to be depressing. We want it to be a teachable moment. We want people to learn to be able to identify these red flags. Either that you are heading into one, you are already in one, or you might be thinking about going into one. You may have been through one, whatever the case may be. Guys, the red flags are always there, but guess what? we ignore them. We ignore them. And just like this lady is ignoring all these red flags. So she buy the ring. Let's hear what else happened. Let's hear what else happened after she buy the ring.
And I'm gonna have a job, I'll be able to get a job, and we're gonna have a great big wedding.
Don't speed over that part there too much. So I think that probably fly over some of the listeners.
What's gonna happen is I'm gonna propose to you again, and we're gonna have this great big wedding.
Wait.
He said, I'm gonna have a job, I'll be able to get a job, and we're gonna have a great big wedding. A little decent on the hand, and I booked my flight to go back to Jamaica. So I got to Jamaica. Oh yeah, let me back up. So I sent him $300 American money, and I said, baby, I said, go ahead and reserve a hotel for us. I get there, and we're in his apartment, and I'm like, what happened to the money I gave you? Because we're not supposed to be here in your apartment. We're supposed to be in a hotel. And he was like, well, I used it for bills, and I used it to get a mop and stuff. And I'm like, a mop don't cost $300 US. What happened to the money? And he was like, well, things came up, and I needed to get clothes and all that stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to ruin the trip. But, let's just go on. So we stay in his apartment. We ended up going to Mobay again because he lives somewhere on the other side of the island. So we ended up going to Mobay. So I give him the ring once we go to Mobay. And I said, here's the ring. And I said, propose to me somewhere nice, of course, because he wanted to do that. And I said, just pick somewhere nice. So, I get ready. We're about to go to this restaurant. And in my head, I was like, okay, he's going to propose to me at this restaurant or maybe at the beach. So we're going out, and some of the staff is outside. And do you know he got down on his knees and proposed to me in front of the hotel staff? And I could have levitated. I really could have. I was like, what? What is happening? And he proposed to me in front of the hotel staff. I noticed two of the girls, they knew me because I came to the host. We had an incident in a hotel where we was chasing a lizard out the room. So they recognized me, and they were like, go ahead, girl. But I noticed two of the hotel maids, they were in the back room laughing. And I noticed that, and I was like, what is happening? So I didn't want to embarrass them. I went ahead and said yeah, and they took a few pictures.
All right, guys. All right. We listen to that piece with my stop my breath when I listen to that piece because honestly speaking, that is just too much. That is a lot. Who identify any more red flag? Tell me the red flags you all identified right there, so guys. So is a naked man to pick up why she him not have no clothes. Going to my beer is a red flag. He doesn't. There you go. Yes, he does not want her in his district because he does not want people in his district, to know what he's up to. Yeah, he does not want them to know what he's up to. He don't want them to see, girlfriend or whoever else to see that he's scamming another woman. Chances are not the first woman, but he don't want them to see. So you have to go to Mobay, you have to go far away where chances are he won't run into anybody who knows him to care about the news. Go tell whoever what he's up to. Hey, Winsome, how you doing, sugar? So that is why I believe. All right? She said she wanted him to propose to her somewhere nice, and he proposed to her in front of the hotel staff. Why don't you think he proposed to her in front of the hotel staff? That's the nicest place he could have think of. But it might be a good thing for her because if he had taken her someplace else, she would have to pay for it. She would have to pay for it. So it might be a good thing that he did it right there in front of the hotel staff. But that should have been a red flag. So the boy knows nothing about him. Yeah. But I guess he thinks, well, in a rush, oh yes, he can't wait. Who to tell his woman? No, is on it as well. Oh, his woman is on it and is in it as well. Well, you never know. Because them are people here, you never know. You never know. You understand? So he proposes to her in front of the hotel staff. Instead of it being a private, intimate occasion, from them laugh me gone. Right there, so the princess. Right there, so. You see the people them going in the corner to laugh. The people them, what you think they're thinking? So that woman ya must yamela. That woman and sister this a man you no want her. But as so we keep on moving, going head first into these dead end relationships. And we see it from the beginning. We see it from the beginning and we still keep going. We still keep going. Because from you see somebody might propose to you right there in front of everybody, and somebody find it pertinent with them rude self, go in a corner and a laugh. Go in a corner and a laugh. And you just say, oh, it's nothing. Because you don't want to shame him. They must say another fool. Exactly. Exactly, Chris. Exactly. They must say, watch out. This a man ya goodie. See catch one another fool. That's exactly what they're saying. Yeah. Another fool. See him come out with another fool. They might probably see him come there already. They must say, another same boy I went there last month. And this must be about the third time or the fourth time. You see that boy I come here with one woman, you know. With one foreigner, you know. I must be about the fourth time. The boy are really scammer, you know. Them in the corner talking. They're in the corner talking, they know something. They're onto something. They are onto something. But we're not paying attention, you know. She's not paying attention. And a lot of us wouldn't be paying attention either. We would have been going, continuing into the situation that we already see that that situation is not suiting us. That situation is already questionable. The compatibility of the two of us has already come into question. But we are still going for save face because we don't want to be ashamed. We don't want people laugh after we. Sometimes it's better for them laughing at the initial stages than for them laugh later on. Because trust me, when them laugh later on, are some big old laugh. Them have whole heap of things to laugh about. Let them just laugh in the beginning and you say, okay, I caught it at this time and I took care of it. Don't you continue going into these dead end relationships, and you are trying to make blood out of stone, trying to get blood out of stone for these relationships that is heading nowhere. All right? No, Nadia, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, Nadia says she has low self-esteem. I don't think so. I don't think that has anything to do with her self-esteem. I just think because on a self-esteem and we go in a relationship, remember, you know, we go into a relationship hoping for the best. We go into a relationship hoping for the best. But the person who doesn't mean the relationship any good is making plans. Guys, let me sit down good for a chair. Is making plans, everything I shake, as to how they are going to destroy the relationship. And you could go into that relationship perfectly intact. Only partner intact is because you're not taking care of the red flags. You are not acting on your own behalf. That part of your mind is not intact at all. And that can be thrown off its equilibrium by manipulation, by the other party manipulating you, trying to convince you that what you think is not real, while they are presenting something to you that is not real, but they are presenting it as true. And they are discrediting your own rational thoughts and getting you, convincing you to believe the nonsense that they have packaged for you. And that is why we see so many people, educated people who are smart, people who have gone to school, have studied to the highest order, and they still get tricked into entering marriages that are going nowhere. And you wouldn't say that they have low self-esteem. I would say that she was too trusting. Yes, she didn't pay attention to her gut. Yes, but I don't think it's her self-esteem, because she has a good sense of herself. She has a good sense of herself. She is just being manipulated, and she's trying to be a nice person and trying to forgive, and it's not anything. She's starting to lose her own reality, starting to surrender her reality for the BS that he's giving her. We go in a relationship with a good heart. Exactly. You go in a relationship with a good heart, with good intentions, and the other party comes into the relationship with the opposite. And then that person manipulates you into believing that what you thought was supposed to be true, pure, and good is not. Okay, let us continue to listen to this sister, hear what she has to say.
And deep inside, I was like, this is not how I imagined this to happen. This is not how I imagined this to happen. So I asked him, I said, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you do it in front of a restaurant? And he said he didn't want people in the business. And he told me I was not supposed to put the pictures on Facebook. He wanted it to remain private until he got to America, and then he would share the pictures.
Go beyond, subscribe, do this, join the channel.
Guys, what you all think about that? I know there are a lot of people.
So I went back to America, and I still had a good time with him. He was never mean to me or nothing. We still had a good time. I went back to America, and still we were talking consistently. And we had an incident that came up where I got to see his temper. I get home from work late at night, and I tell him, babe, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. So I wake up in the morning, and I see that I have like I have all these Facebook messages, I have all these WhatsApp messages, I have him talking like voice notes and everything. So I was like, oh, my baby's thinking about me. So I go on there, and I see where he said, oh, so you're up at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, no, I was asleep. And I go through each and every message, and he's starting to get more aggressive. And he's like, why are you ignoring me? I know you're up. I see you active on Facebook. I see you active on WhatsApp. Why aren't you answering me? So you're talking to some other nigga. And then he started getting more aggressive and shit. And one of the voice notes, he was screaming at me, like, you're a liar, B. You're a liar, B. You're a B-I-T-C-H. You're just like the others. And you're lying to me. And I see that you're active, and you ignoring me. So I get on, and I'm like, what is this? And he was like, I seen that you were active, and you're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. You lying. And I was like, I didn't even get to really say nothing. He's screaming and he's hollering, and I remember saying, it's over. I don't want anything to do with you. It's over. I said, first of all, I was asleep. And I said, when you're in America, I think it remains active unless you turn it off. And I don't know nothing about that. And then he started screaming at me, and I said, it's over. I don't want nothing to do with it. I go on with the rest of my day. I was really sad, but I went on with the rest of my day. He calls me on my lunch break, and he's crying.
Hold on there, guys. Me really have to stop here, so. Guys, me find about 10 red flag right there, so. Honestly speaking, me find about 10 red flag right there, so. Alright, let me see who in the chat identified a red flag. What a big red curtain. That's a big red curtain. Yes, more red flag. He called her out her name disrespectful. Yes. But the thing is, the point is that him tell her, say, he don't want her to post any pictures. He don't want her to post any pictures of them together on Facebook. Who knows say that is a big red flag? Guys, whoever going to be listening to this broadcast, guys, if you are with somebody and the two of you are supposed to be dating exclusively, remember say I'm engaged to her, you know? Remember say I'm going on one knee in the hotel lobby in front of the people, them where they laugh after her, you know? And propose to her, you know? So this is not just, he has taken the relationship to another level. So why is he telling her he doesn't want her to post any pictures of them on Facebook? Yes, he don't want her to post any pictures of them on Facebook because he does not want anybody to know that he is marrying this woman, because he knows him already having woman somewhere else. Him having woman somewhere else. Yeah. He said, no want nobody to know. He don't want the business out on Broad Street because he knows exactly what he's up to. There are other women out there who him promise horse and carriage. There are other women out there who are going to see the picture. Because when she put it on Facebook and she tag him in it, his friends are going to see it. And people are going to pass the picture around. So they are going to see it. He don't want nobody to see it. He want her to be his secret wife. He called, and then have the nerve to call her out her name. And she's there. She's in bed. She says she didn't hear the phone. She's asleep. And he gonna call her, disrespect her. And those are not red flags. Those are red flags to run away from. Because let me tell you something, guys. I used to always say it. I used to always say it to the husband that I had. I said, any day name day, you call me out my name, it's over. Over. Me no play like that. Me no call you out your name, no call me out my name. I don't know when he wait until he ever call me out of my name. The very morning when he sent me the email. The very morning when he sent me the email, say him no want me. That are the first time he called me out of my name. If I've noticed once him called me out of my name right this, it's going to be over. Long run, short catch. Might take a while, but it's going to be over right there. So, you understand? She didn't see it. But hear what she said she do after that. You know, pictures. Me know someone that deleted their account when pictures were posted of them. Oh my gosh. Yes, Nardia. You don't want him baby mother to see it. You don't want him family to see it because bet you I'm not care I go introduce her to him family. Yeah, I'm going to give her one whole bag of excuses. More and more excuses because he does not wish for the world to know that this is his wife, that this is the woman he married to, because the man a pull a scam. The man is pulling a scam. All right? Let's continue to listen.
Right. And he was like, I'm so sorry, baby. He was like, you know my temper. And he was like, I thought you were playing me. And you know my past relationships. And I thought you were playing me. And he was like, I really want you. And he was like, you don't want nothing to do with me. Just tell me and I'll just erase you from my whole history. And I'll erase all the pictures. But if you believe in love, he is like, I can fix myself. I'll pray and I can fix myself. Just give me another chance if you see it in your heart. And I was like, I gotta think about it. And I started thinking about
right there, so right there, she made the biggest mistake. Right there, she made the biggest mistake. Telling him it's okay, she's going to think about it. No. Once him disrespect you and it's over, it's over. It's over. No, Nardia. Me not hear her say she didn't meet none of him from. No, because him carry her go a Mobile. Him carry her go a Mobile him to the wine and dining in or down a Mobile because he does not want his family wherever. She said on the other side of the island. So I must say all over Clarendon or somewhere else. But he makes sure him carry her a Mobile so that the people with whom he is familiar, the people who know him, won't see him. He will be in a strange place. So nobody won't know him to care about the news. Yes, he feels safer in Mobile because of the unfamiliar surroundings. Okay? Now he's crying. That's the worst thing you could ever do. When they start crying, it's time for you to keep running. Now he is crying and telling her, no, you know my temper. As though he's telling her, well, I had told you everything. I was straightforward with you. And you know that I have a temper. But you are still willing to fight through this. So let's do this, baby. You see that manipulation? That is straight up manipulation. After him just done cuss her out and call her out of her name, then him a go manipulate her now and gaslight her into believing that, oh, it was just some magical mistake and he's going to fix it. He's going to fix himself. He's going to change. He's going to do better. They always say that, but they never do. They never do. So let us continue to listen to what this woman have to say.
I said, you know what, I'll give you another chance. And he said, but you got to say that you seen all my messages and you were active. And I was like, but I wasn't. I was really asleep. And he was like, if you just say that, that's all you got to do. Just say those words. Just say that. And he was like, we can just forget about it. And I was so broken at that point. I said, I was active. And that started the foundation of what I'm going to get into later. So we started back up again, and I started sending him all this whole time. I was taking care of him, basically sending him money through Western Union. And that started back up again, and we started talking again. And then it was time for me to go back to Jamaica so we can, start planning the wedding and getting married. So I went back to Jamaica. And his friends, I gave him more money so he can get us a hotel. And I was like, this time, get us for real, don't waste the money. Get us into a nice hotel. So when I tell you we pulled up to the hotel and I really levitated out the cab, it was like one of those boarding rooms. And I don't know what you call, I forget what you call those in Jamaica. It's not even a hotel. It's like a whole bunch of rooms. It is like a bed, a TV, a fan, and like a real little space that you can shower. And I'm like, what happened to the money I gave you? Because this is not no hotel that I'm giving you money for again. I said, so you blew my.
This was when Unstoppable sitting there act up, And boy, oh boy. Hold on there, guys. Who identify as she did want him to play her? Well, me not say as she did want him to play her.
I was really hurt and flabbergasted. Like, what? So he comes back up in the room and he takes a bag of crackers and he throws them at me and he said, here. And he said, don't leave this room. And he goes on to work. I fall asleep with tears coming down my eyes. I cry myself.
When you see how the boy face stand out of order, the boy fling bag of crackers for the woman. I tell the woman boss say she no need to eat. She no need to eat and Kentucky Fried Chicken. So him go get bag of crackers, flim gear like she a dog, and she still take it. And I know, night love doctor, how you doing, sugar? Good to see you. You understand? And she still went forward with it. Examine yourself, guys. We're not spending no time on bashing this woman. We're not spending time on that. Look around you. Look at what you put up with. Look at what you are putting up with and ask yourself, am I a Yamela too? Or is it just easier for us to see the Yamela in somebody else rather than the Yamela in us? Because we can look at somebody else's situation, and say, Lord, she fool-fooly. Then she not no sense. But when we are in the same situation, we are overcome with shame. Yes, we are overcome with such shame. And we are so embarrassed. We are afraid to run. We are afraid to leave because we don't want outside people to start talking. So you can't keep no man and no man no want you and look you left another man again. I left every last one. Either them left me or me left them, but somebody go and leave. Somebody going to leave. No, they said she didn't mention having met his family. I don't think she even met anybody. I don't think she met anybody in his family. Love doctor say night, beautiful night, love doctor, but she a real mad woman. She have a weight problem or what? Well, she don't have a weight problem. She's comfortable in her own skin, but she is a plumper, voluptuous lady. And I don't think it is a problem. It is not a problem, but it is just where she's at. You understand? But then I get the boy no right for disrespect a woman. So I fling crackers, garbo for go name crackers. They say, boy, and that the woman just send down money for you see them people are fresh and hot order. And as she just send down money for rent hotel. And him take the woman money, KFC, and give to his friend. And then I fling crackers give the woman like she a dog. You see them out of order and rude. All right. And the sad part is she still went on with it. Yes, Auntie Chris, him rude and out of order. A man will treat you how you allow him to. You know, so you're right now, dear. Yes. Yes, you're right. Lots of times, Auntie Chris said, lots of times you think you can't fix him. Yes, you think you can't fix him. You say, Lord, him broke body, Lord. I saw your parents raise you. Lord, you know, and you think that, all right, you can love them into becoming a decent human being. Like you're going to show them love. You're going to show them how people treat people. You're going to show them how people are supposed to comport themselves. And thinking that he's going to be appreciative of that and he's going to love you. No. The Chabas is how the Chabas is. And you cannot love the Chabas enough for them to be able to appreciate love. No matter what you do for them. You beard hug and you put on white shirt on him, he go back go walla in the mud. You cannot. So guys, take it out of your heads tonight. You cannot change these people. And when they start showing you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Once they start showing you who they are, stop making up excuses for them. Stop finding rationale for their foolishness. It is not of man. It is not of God. It is of the devil. It is cruel. It is wicked. Make it be gone from you. Let it be gone from your space. All right? Some of them test you, and if they see they can have you like Claffy, it will continue. Right there, so my friend. Yes. When they see that they can get away with stuff, they will continue to do it because we not stand with ground enough. And you see, she said once him start crying and start the crocodile tears and I start bring God in him nonsense, she fall back for it. All right? We are going to continue.
And he calls me eventually and he says, I'm sorry. And this is the day that we were supposed to go to. This is the day before we was going to go to the pastor to get married. And he was like, I'm so sorry. He was like, I'm just aggravated at work. And I didn't mean to take it out on you. And he's like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And I'm going to work on it.
Now, let me ask you a question. Okay, so initially you mentioned that Una do way better than YouTube as far as
got picked on about my looks, and this man made me feel like I'm Beyonce. And I was like, that feeling is just awesome. And I said, you know what? I can deal with a temper. We can pray that off.
Everybody is definitely get rid of this.
Everything was great after that. We didn't get into there wasn't no tempers or anything. Everything was good for the last 2 days I stayed. I go home and I noticed that he started to fall off. I'm not hearing from him as much as I usually do. And eventually, when he was
wants to ask a question.
Or he went to sleep with the data on and it ran out. But he really had the data. He just blocked me for the whole day. I learned that way later. was like, you know what, this isn't feeling right. So something told me to go back on the dating site that I met him at. And I go on the dating site, and guess who's on there? And guess who's active? That's supposed to not have any data. It was him. So I screenshotted the photo. I sent it to his WhatsApp, and I said, it's over. F you. And guess who automatically had data to call me back?
Guys, you see that game there, women are like, yeah, I'm gonna break for talk about this one. Cause as much as me there write down red flag till I'm a pen run out of ink. Honestly speaking, you see the games. I don't play games. I don't like the game playing. You see that I'm about the third time now, you know. But the third or the fourth time now, she tell him so she done, you know. I make him weasel back him way. Don't do that. Do not do that in your relationship, guys. Because anytime you say you're done, make sure say you're done. Because when you start trivializing the relationship like that, it feels purposeless. As soon as something happens, you're done. You're done. You're done. And you say you're done, but you're not really done. You understand? So we understand that he's playing her from as far as we have heard before, and I don't know if my mind is already biased because I've listened to the story several times already. But when you say you're done, you're done. Don't use me done as a weapon against your partner. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it, guys. If you are in your relationship and your relationship is working and you have a little hiccup and you are want to talk about the little hiccup, you are want to fix the hiccup and you are move forward. But you see, when you start to punctuate every single little difference or little argument with me done, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when the other party takes it to the next level, the mid-on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you are going to be done with the relationship, when you say it that one time, that's when you mean it. And you say, listen, this is not working out. This is not working out. We need to find a way as to how we are going to separate, break up, divorce peacefully. But if every single issue come up, the first thing you say is you're done when you're not done, you play with the person's mind because the person keep on coming back and crying, even though we know so this guy was no good enough. But imagine that he really had good intentions for the relationship, and you all having little hiccups, and as the hiccup come around, you say you're done. Every time you're done, and the person who is in love is begging you to stay, begging you not to done, but you keep on torment them and manipulate them. No. Once you say you're done, once you have assessed the entire situation and you have determined that this is not working for you, the next step is to share that feeling with your partner. You're done. Make sure say, I'm done. You're done. No be taking them in, letting them out. Taking them in. No. Don't play those yo-yo games with people. When you're done, you're done. Why unu people so unruly over here? Unu behave, man. Why me? Where them to behave? Them not hit the like button. Discussion made on emotions. Exactly. Was made on emotion. As the emotional charge, then you go as emotion change, you go back. That is no good. That is no good. Cut it, end it. No communication. Block and delete, period. End of story. End of story. Get rid of it. You're done. Don't play with people's minds. Don't play with people's emotions. You understand? Not tell people say you're done and you know say you're not done. And then tomorrow you go back and you're going to love up the person and go laugh up with the person and trying to convince the person that we did say you're done yesterday, you never mean it. No. If you know say you don't mean the me done, don't use it. Don't weaponize that word. Don't say it. Don't say it, because it is a form of manipulation, and it's also a part of mental abuse, emotional abuse. We know he was up to no good, but for her to be saying she done, but she is still pumping money and emotions into this dead end relationship, she was also manipulating herself and him somewhat, even though we know that he was up to no good. Simple Things is in the place. Me know I'm late, so I'll have to rewatch it. You are very late, sister. But thank you for coming. We were late too. Because I ran home from work in a hurry, and running and hurry in a hurry and late and rush, and ended up not even my headphone. Yeah. And the headphone I have here cannot fit in the phone and everything. But you all know how me said. Me not care what happened. The show must go on, and it's going to go on one way or the other. Because me already say it go on, so it's going to go on. All right, let us continue to listen to some more of this lady's story.
He called me back within 1 millisecond. Like the minute he got to his phone and as check marks came in, guess who was ringing my phone? So he tells me, that was just that, I just went on there to see if you was on there. And I was like, no, you're not gonna flip this around on me. I was like, first of all, you lied to me and you told me you didn't have any minutes, you didn't have no data. You kind of threw me to the side, but you're on a whole data side and you reacted, you invaded your profile. And we're supposed to be married. This is not no boyfriend-girlfriend stuff. We're supposed to be married, and you activated it, and you're active. And he was like, well, he's a good talker, and he turned that thing, and he was like, well, I was just checking up on you because you were acting funny towards me, and I wanted to see if your profile was active. And then at the end, and I forget how it happened, he turned that thing around on me so much. At the end of that call, I was apologizing to him for not trusting him.
You hear that? That is what a narcissist does to you. A narcissist will manipulate you so badly that you even reject your own reality. You know the truth. And you know that what they presented to you was not the truth. And was not even anything that was even believable. But once they start to manipulate you and gaslight you and play the victim, and you are so empathetic and you are feeling so sorry for them, you start to reject your own reality. And it's not that you accept their false realities, not that you accepted it, but for a peaceful life. John Cross say, in take off in jacket and fly a lowland. Yeah, my granny used to say so. No? You guys don't know my granny. John Cross say, for a peaceful life, in take off in jacket and fly a lowland. So, so that is also how some people see. Like, if I continue to push back at the lies he's telling, I see that this could not be true. You tell me you don't have any data. You fell asleep and the data run out. All right? But then when I go on Plenty of Fish or whichever website, I see that you are active over there. So you are having another conversation over there, looking for another woman for catfish, looking for another woman to trick. You are over there active. And then when I text you and I say I am done because I'm onto your foolishness, then you're going to cry and manipulate me into changing my mind. Because you want me to change my mind because it is in your favor. It's going to benefit you. Guys, it is time we start thinking a little more selfish. Yes, there is nothing wrong with being selfish. Being thoughtful about yourself. Putting yourself first. Don't make nobody manipulate you into giving up what is rightfully yours so that they can have a better life. Think about you. As my dear Ayana Van Sant said, make sure your cup is full and running over. And you're going to share the run over, but you are not going to give away what is in your cup and leave yourself without. And that made perfect sense to me. And it would not have made any sense to me 12 years ago. But it makes perfect sense to me now that she says it, because I'm always giving away my cup. Oh, me can't survive for half a cup, man. Me can't survive for half a cup. I nothing that. And give it and give it and give it and give it and give it. You understand? So now we have to stop and think about ourselves and don't give away what we don't have. Don't give away what we cannot afford to do without, because you need a full cup to function. Don't give away half of it and expect to run to function on your half a cup while you give somebody a whole full cup. Don't do it. That is not good self-care. And one of the things that I am learning as I get older is how important self-care is. Self-care, not just going to the bathroom and fix up your ear and put on your makeup and buy yourself a nice suit and what. No, the self-care not stop there. So self-care continues into how you treat yourself emotionally, what you are willing to put up with, how you repel people out of your space, people who are coming with their negativity, people who are coming into your space to steal your joy, how to repel them. And you must know too, when people mean you harm. Take a good look and you will see when people mean you harm, it not hide. It cannot hide for long when people mean you harm. Pay attention. Pay attention, because you are supposed to be the most important person to you. Stop telling people you can't live without them. Stop telling people if they've never come into your life, you don't know what would have happened to you. Stop it. You have been functioning without these people for a long time. You will continue to function. Now they say it is called self-love. Yes, it is called self-love, and we need to exercise it. Because a lot of us think that when we fix up our ear or put on makeup and we put on our nice clothes and we go out, that is self-love. But emotionally, we are dying inside because we are in these souring relationships in which we are giving and giving and giving and never getting anything back. But we are trying, as Chris said, we are trying to see a face. And Chris says, yes, you question yourself if you did something wrong. Yes. Because even though you know you are right, even though you know you're speaking the truth, even though that you know that you didn't do anything wrong, when them start crying and start accusing you of lying, it makes you question your own reality. It makes you question the truth that you already know to be true. And make you start doubting yourself. And that is where they get you, right where they want you. Don't make them cause you to be wishy-washy on your decisions. Don't make them cause you to be changing your mind and flip-flopping and going back and forth, because that's how a narcissist likes to have you. So they have you like a puppet. And they twine you around like this and they twine you around like that. If you don't love ourselves, how we expect? Yes, and know that we must show ourselves that we love ourselves. And by showing ourselves that we love ourselves, we make decisions for ourselves that's in our best interests. And oftentimes, when there's a potential partner, there's a suitor who is crying and begging you to be with them, your instinct is telling you that this is not the person for you. Act accordingly. All right, we're going to continue this for another little bit. Let's keep listening because we have some more things.
And I was like, I'm sorry I activated my profile to check up on you, and I was apologizing for not trusting. He went past that, we moved past that. So we started the paperwork, and I ended up getting a real good job where I didn't need nobody to sponsor. Like, my job was good enough to bring him up here, and I ended up paying for all the paperwork, the lawyer, everything to get him up here. So I paid for everything. So let's fast forward to he gets approved and everything, and he comes up. So he gets approved, and I pay for once he gets approved, I was like, you don't got to worry about nothing. Here's the money, book your flight, come up here. So he gets up here, and I'm meeting him at the airport, and I'll never forget, I'm going down the escalators to meet him at the baggage check. And I remember the voice, and I'm a Christian girl, and I remember the voice of the Holy Spirit come to me and tell me, you have made a big mistake, and you will be sorry. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? I didn't file the paperwork. He's here. I was like, just forget it. We're just going to see how this goes. And I remember hugging him, and it just didn't feel the same. So we go back to my apartment and everything. He gets settled in. He didn't have nothing but like five pairs of drawers, 2 shirts, 3 pairs of pants, literally. So I was like, well, I know I'm going to be responsible for the rent and everything and probably get him some clothes. That's fine. So time goes along, and everything's good. So I would say within 2 weeks' time, he asked me, he meets a couple of my friends. He didn't meet my family. He asked him to meet my family. He was like, I want to meet your mother, but I don't want to meet nobody else. I just, it's going to, I'm nervous, and I don't want to meet the men in your family because I have brothers, I have cousins. And I was like, okay, I can understand you're nervous. Okay.
All right, guys, we are break right there. So you all hear that's another red flag, right? Another red flag right there. So he doesn't want to meet her family. Why doesn't he want to meet her family? He knows he's up to no good. He knows that he's going to be leaving in short order. So he doesn't want to meet the family because he don't want so many people to know him. He don't want so many people to know him. He don't want so many people close to him. He don't want, no. He just want to meet her mother just to see a face. Just to meet her mother because chances are our mother is probably older. And so he's not going to meet the mother. The mother is probably not out there. Maybe not on Facebook or whatever the case. Whatever is in his mind. I'm just saying. So he only wants to meet the mother to see a face. But he does not want to meet the rest of the family because he don't want the family around her. He want her to leave all of the family. I bet I'll tell her, say the Bible says leave your family and come cleave to your husband. So that when he's ready to brutalize her, nobody not going to be there. Mark you. If you're in a relationship like that, pay attention. This is not the place for you to come and bash this woman or whatever. What I want you to do is take a look around you and ask yourself, am I in a situation like that? Somebody there with a man from when, and a man never post a picture of me on Facebook. And you know why I'm say? Him say, me don't want people in my business. And I want him to want people in my business. He don't want to insult the sweethearts and girlfriends that he have out there. I've been there. Man, if you post a picture of me on him Facebook page. Let me say you post everything else. You post everything else. What you think him do? Him post some picture of me on the Facebook page. And guess what I'm doing with the picture? Guess what I'm doing on the picture them guys? You know how you can put the picture who's supposed to see the picture? And him put the picture that only me can see the picture. So when I go on his Facebook page, I am seeing the pictures. But if you want him a friend and you go on the Facebook page, you would have never see the picture. I look at my pretty face so people are hide. Nobody not hide me no more. No, go away from here. No, sir. Guys, if you see these things start happening, you know, say a trouble. Shannon, welcome into the chat. How you doing, sugar? Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for coming over. We are doing a red flag review here where I am playing a story from the Great House of Unstoppable, and we are listening to the story and identifying the red flags in the story. And the objective of this program is for everybody who listens to be able to take a good look at their own situations and be able to identify the red flags, because these red flags are not specific to this particular person. These red flags are red flags that many of us have blown through many a times, and only to reach a dead end, only to run into the viper's pit, and find out that damn, these were red flags and I didn't pay attention. So the objective here is for us to learn to identify them so that we can take evasive actions and act in our best interest. Let us continue. Simple things in the place. Simple, how you doing? Again, Simple says she wants to isolate. Yes, Simple. He wants to isolate her from her family so that when him start to bat a bruiser, she not have no cousin figure call. She not have nobody. Yes. Because his heart wasn't in it. Yeah, right there, Sonardia. His heart was not in it. Him only want to meet our mother, and he doesn't want to meet anybody else. Yeah, him heart not in it. Trev, there's too many men boys out there. A boy trapped in a man body, darling. There you go, Shannon. Exactly. Not even boy, because trust me, not even boys don't behave as cruel. Not even boys don't behave as cruel. There you go, Simple. They don't want the relationship to go public. Yes, the relationship are just between me and you. They don't want the relationship to go public. They don't want anybody to know. So them married to you, because in a them mind you are not the person for them. And even though them crafty and rusty, and favor Kerehu, you still boast them off and I show them off. I hear me, my husband. And people are draw you to the side and I say, that's somebody you're married to. And you say, Lord, stop it. That's my husband. Don't say that. Why you say that for? Let my husband alone. And you block them and you stop chat to them. Because them say, for that is somebody you're married to. You understand? When the people really telling the truth. You understand? The people really are telling the truth. Like, them really, like, yeah, that is somebody, really, Trev. Really, Trev, but that's my... Leave him alone. Him nice. You understand? But him not show you pan line say he's with you. He doesn't want anybody to know that he's with you. Him go everywhere with his friends. But when it's time to go anywhere with you, it's a problem. Yeah. You understand? Gonna look around, look into it. Let me see what the people say in the chat. Also, him know that the other people them will detect who he really is. Exactly. He's trying to hide himself as well. Because he cannot face his own deeds. He cannot face himself. Cannot face himself. He can't face himself. He might hide you, but he might hide himself too, because there are people out there. There are people out there who will put 2 and 2 together and say, oh, I saw him a role. Okay. But he wants to present himself as being pristine. And no, I don't want the whole world in my business. I don't the whole world me married to. Are you me married to? When me I go have my whole business out on Broad Street for? Yeah. That's where you're going to find them, I'm going to tell you. But any man who is afraid for the world to know that he's with you is not the man for you. We can say that again for the people in the back. Any man who is afraid to let the world know that he's with you is not the man for you. And I make nobody brainwash you and tell you about, oh, them don't want the world in them business. Them have the world in many other business. And if it means that you and him break up today and meet somebody else and the person break up again next week, don't pay people no attention when they must say, oh, girl, from the year start at 3, somebody you break up with already or whatever. So what? At least when I disappear, then we know where to go, then we know who to look for. Yes. Yes, guys. Me I tell you the truth. He set it to select audience. Yes. Yes, simple. He set it to select audience. I only me one. Simple. He set the setting to select audience. I only me one. So when me go up on the Facebook now, me see the picture them, and me I say, oh, okay. The picture them on Facebook and afterwards, long after everything over and done, me realize say you can do that. You can set it to select audience and make it show only to the person you want it to show to. So this something only was showing to me. So only me. And the boy said, me don't want nobody in my business. Me don't want the world in my business. Me not married to the whole world. Me not married to the whole world. So me don't want the whole world in my business. That time, him have mistresses here, there, and everywhere. Mistresses here, there, and everywhere. And him no want the mistress them, because the mistress them on him Facebook page, you know. But apparently must, you know, him no want hurt them feelings for, yeah. And him already tell them, say him no want me, him no want the marriage. So why would I post me up? Because posting me up would mean say he's happy with the marriage, or would I mean say, well, him acknowledge to the world, say this I wife, but him no want acknowledge me to the world, so him have to hide me back there. So exactly. That's how we behave. That is the truth. It's true, Shannon. It is true. Men can be so weak. Oh, you mean if man can wicked? You don't think them nice, Nadia? Stacy and the D's is in the house. Welcome, Stacy and the D's. How are you doing, sugar? Good to see you, my love. Good to see you. Good to see you. Vibe with Maria Coleman. The Taylor family send me. Thank you for Vibe with Maria Coleman. Me don't know you yet. I think I know you, don't I? Hold on there. Let me check here. Vibe. You know, come up when me put in vibe. Vibe with but I think I saw that name already. With Maria Coleman. But welcome, guys. Welcome. Oh, vibe with Maria Coleman. You have the white blouse. Oh yeah, me don't know you for true. All right, we will work on that, sister. But welcome into the chat. Thank you so much for coming. There are only loyal people over here. If you don't know anybody over here, I suggest you screenshot your screen or you write their names down, check them out. There are lots of content creators over here, and I am sure they will get back to you. You can make lots of friends over here. All right, we got currently 10 million people in the place. Thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to like up the live, guys. Do not forget to share the stream. Invite your friends and your friends' friends. For those of you who are sitting outside of the door of Trevessence Unstoppable, please kick your shoes off and come on in. Come sit down and make we chat. Come sit down and make we chat. We are close to. We got to about 20 minutes to go, but 20 minutes, we can say a lot in 20 minutes. We are going to be playing this lady some more, and we have a few more red flags to identify. Boy, guys, red flag will kill me tonight in another story here. Trust and believe me.
So 2 weeks later, he asked me to go to the mall to get him some t-shirts, and he said, "Give me a size medium shirt." And I go there and I'm real happy. I said, "I'm shopping for my man, and there's some cute stuff here." And I see some like Jamaican little patterns and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna hook my man up. So I get home. I'm so happy. I said, "Baby, I got you all these shirts." I go to the shower and I hear him cussing. And I get out and I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I cannot believe you, B." I said, "What?" And then he was like, "I can't believe this." He said, "You got a college education. You can't shop for no shirts for me." And he hung up one of the shirts, and he's a tall man. Even though he had a medium build, he got long arms. And some of the sleeves were short. And I said, "That's fine. I'll just go get you something, get you a bigger size." And he went off on me. He started cussing at me. He called me a dumb bee. He said I was stupid. And I told you at the beginning, like I told him how, I got teased and all through school. And, that kind of lowered my self-esteem. He said, "No wonder why they made fun of you and all through school, because you're a dumb bee." And I was like, "Why would you say that to me?" And I started crying. It was just enough to really make me cry. I mean, I got picked on and called every name in the book, but hearing that from my husband just broke me.
And that's just
like, you understand, guys? You hear that? All because she's so excited. She is so excited to go buy clothes for him. Because he come up from Jamaica. He come up from Jamaica with him two chingy clothes them. In chingy old clothes them. You understand? And she's so excited. Them something get me upset, Them something get me upset. You understand? And she goes now and she say, "Oh, she am shopping for my man." And she go shop for him and she go buy the stuff. And not even have a little bit of panache, a little bit of something about him. Thank you, baby. I think the sleeve is a little bit short. Let's go back to the mall, go change them. And you go with her, you go to the mall and you go change your shirt and you get different shirt and a story. You call her dumb and call her all these names. Let me tell you, say, these men are just something else. These men are something else. That is so unkind and so cruel. And right yesterday, she should have put him out and put him back on the plane or do something, but get rid of him. Too much disrespect. You see all the disrespect from Jamaica? From Jamaica, him do the disrespecting. Him do it in person, him fling the crackers gear. Him come back and go propose to her in front of the people them. In the hotel lobby. And people on the side that laugh off her. I see him, so I can imagine also the people that laugh off me too. You understand? So me laugh after myself, You understand? And then she still got through and she still bring him up here. Still bring him to America. And the disrespect continues. Why? She never nip it in the bud from beginning. And the way to nip it in the bud is to get rid of somebody. Get rid of the person who is disrespecting you. Get rid of them. Why you keep them for? Why you keep him around for? Get rid of him. But she didn't. So she kept on. She kept on going with him. And now, he might call her dumb bee and use what she tell him. She tell him so she get teased at school. She got teased when she was a child. And you turn around and you use that as a weapon. And that is why you see a lot of people might say, even if it is their husband or boyfriend, whatever, they do not share certain things with them. But guys, when somebody shares something with you, you don't use it against them like that. Don't do that. Him ungrateful and disrespectful. Yes, Nardi. Him ungrateful and him disrespectful. And that's why she should have put him right out the door. She should have put him right out the door. Because he's disrespectful and rude. Out of order and no respect and no manners. No respect and no manners. But people will treat you how you allow them to. So once he started with this foolishness and treating her like she was less than, it was time to go. So we need to learn. Learn when to run. And that's what this program is about. You need to learn when to leave. Stop take insult for invitation. And when people shame you and disrespect you, you still run forward to them. Like you think if they change or they stop calling you out of your name tomorrow, it means that you just erase that memory and erase that emotion. No, you can't. So once they start to disrespect you, it's time to hit the road. All right. Let us continue to hear what else she has to say.
Email account, and he was like, "What is this for?" And I told him, and he wasn't believing. He thought I was talking to someone else. He started wishing me in my face. He like pushed me, like took his fingers and kind of like kind of shoved my forehead back.
Right, poke you in your face, right?
Yeah, poked me in my face, and then he told me I was lying to him, and he took my phone and he broke my phone. He ran back to the back of the apartment and he grabbed my book. And he grabbed my book, and it was a journal. I was writing out everything I was going through with him, because at this time, when the stuff happened 2 weeks from then, he was putting me on a silent treatment where he wasn't talking to me. And I wrote it down, and he found it in a journal, and he made me rip it up. And he was like, "Don't write about me ever again. I'm telling you, don't play with me, because I will pack my stuff and I will leave if you write about me ever again." So I was like, okay. I was scared. I remember going to sleep. I told him, okay, calmed him down, said whatever to diffuse the situation. I remember going to sleep, and I was like, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this. I was like, God, you said he was going to get better. He was. But what is this now? And I was like, and I know he ain't going to ever hit me and put his hands on me, because he got sisters. He got 3 sisters. And he wasn't like me. And he always told me, like, I don't want nobody treating my sisters badly. And there was a couple of times he had to really, confront his sisters' boyfriends. And I said, he wouldn't hit me. He just got a little temper. I just got loved him a little bit harder. So,
guys, you all hear that? That part pains me so much when she says she just thinks she gotta love him a little bit harder, because if she loves him a little bit harder, then he might treat her a little bit better. How many times have we as women felt that way about an abusive partner? I know I have felt that way. I ain't lying. I don't need to lie. I know I have felt that way. I have felt that this person is so broken. This person is wounded. This person had a rough childhood. It is not your responsibility. You cannot grow. You cannot raise these poorly raised men. They were already poorly brought up. It is not your responsibility now to bring them up again. No. They were already poorly brought up. Leave them to their own demise and keep walking and keep going. Leave them alone. Take them out of your space, because you will find that after you have been brought up in a space of peace, love, and emotional stability, when you get with these people, it is a total upstir of your equilibrium. Your emotions stay on edge. You don't know if you're coming or you're going. You remain confused. You start to be emotionally dependent on these people. And it's as though if they don't approve, it's like you can't make decision for yourself anymore. If they do not approve. Remember, before you met these people, you were making decisions on your own, no problem. You were solving your own problems. You're moving forward. These people make you feel like you're stupid. Like you cannot make a decision on your own unless they were there. They will say things like, "And what you used to do before you meet me? Lord Jesus, if you never have me, what happened to you?" Or because what? They maybe change one tire for you. Or because you want to break the ice in the relationship when you are making a decision, you want them to be involved in the decision-making process, because you don't want it to seem as though the relationship is one-sided and you are going ahead and just making a decision on your own. So you invite them into the decision-making process, and then they come and they want to take it over, and they want to act like you are foolish, you are stupid, you have no sense. If they didn't come and contribute this idea to the decision, you were going to make a very, very poor decision, when the poorest decision you have made is choosing them. That's the poorest decision you have made. So these people are very, very good at manipulating. That is what they do best. Manipulate you, gaslight you, coerce you into doing things that you probably would never do. These people are some dangerous people. I tell you, my friends, these people are some dangerous people. And I don't even know if I should call them human beings. Hey, my friend Chenny Winnie, how you doing? How you doing, Chenny? So good to see you. You understand? The disrespect has been elevated now. First, it was just my fling crackers gear. Now, it is that he's calling her out her name. Now, he's gonna make you rip up the book because he doesn't want her to write anything about him. So he's making her rip up the journal. He's making her get so small and so low that she's apologizing when she did nothing wrong. She's the one apologizing, and she did nothing wrong. So you see how these people can manipulate you and break you down to nothing. Some people lose their mind. Here comes Tappers in the place. How you doing, Tappers? Season's greetings to you, Tappers, and all the other travelers in the chat. We are reviewing this red flag story. We are reviewing this red flag story, guys, from the Unstoppable show, and we are reviewing the story and identifying the red flags. Miss, I find so many red flags in the story that may I stop right. There you go. But look out for him. Yes. She spent her money on him, remember? She sent money to Jamaica, him take the money and him spend it to whatever he want to do, because guess what? She gonna come down from America. She gonna shake the money tree before she come down. Him spend the money. She go along with the okie dokie. Him never want her to be in a community where him come from. She have to go more be another okie dokie. Him propose to her in the middle of the lobby. People the one side a laugh after her. Neither okie dokie. Him fling crackers gear till I say she no miss a meal, so she not supposed to get any of the KFC. Neither. You understand? So just keep escalating, keep going, keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. And all this time, she continues to spend money. She's continued to love him. She's continuing to do. She's still married to him. She still filed for him. She still brought him to America. And she spoiled him from he was in Jamaica. Same son or there. Same so. And now that they are in the same household, he might come with him face to self and get a silent treatment. So, yeah, when him give her the silent treatment, she gonna feel compelled to do what she want because she wants the air. She wants the air to be welcoming, the atmosphere. She wants it to feel loving. And this is my husband. And I want the environment around us to feel like love. I don't want it to be filled with hatred. So I'm going to do whatever he wants because I don't want him to be mad. You're walking on eggshells. And anytime somebody's make you start walking on eggshells, they got to go. No make nobody make you walk on eggshells. No make nobody make you walk on eggshells. Because people have that way of manipulating you. Them becks up them face. Becks up them face. And them becks up. And when you talk to them, them snap after you. Yeah, them snap after you. It's emotional abuse. It's a way to manipulate you. Because you're going to be starting to figure out, like, what did I do wrong now? What did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't move this. Oh, I didn't fix this. Oh, is it because I didn't cook any dinner tonight? Oh, is it because I came home from work late? Oh, what is he upset about? When all it takes is communication. It's communication. Trev, you know that XYZ, such and such, you did and I didn't like it. And we talk about it and we move forward. But they'll give me silent treatment. You not talk to me, I mean I see him house. Me cook the food, I'm call you for the food and you not come. You not eat the food. 3, 4, 5 days you not eat no food from me. You bex. Why you bex about me no know. When I ask you what happened, why you seem so angry? Stop worry about me and worry about yourself. Those kinds of manipulations, they don't just border on cruelty. Those are wicked things to do to people. You and the person at the same house and can't have a difference and talk about it. No, you come in and you step past the person, you go about your business. And you don't say hello. You don't say nothing. And the person don't know why you're upset. And I like to say the person do you something and them know, you know. Because if you do me something and me know say you do me something and you know say you do me something, yeah, me step past you. Me will step right on past you, be peace sake. John Cross him take off him jacket and fly a low land. You understand? Just a peace sake. Me will step past you and go about my business. You not trouble me, you not bother me, me not bother you. But when me and you in the same house and me not do you nothing, I haven't done anything wrong to you that I know of. You start giving me the silent treatment. You step past me and I say hello. Me get up and me cook and you not eat the food. And you go out and you buy a box of food. And you come and the food I me cook for you is right here. And you sit down there and eat a box of food where you just go out, go buy. You understand me? And them weird people have some ways of treating you. You understand me? Emotional abuse. And guys, don't put up with it. Do not put up with it. Let me go back in the chat before me chat out the chat. In a fear own house. Exactly, Chris. Exactly. Sit in the car and don't want to come in the house. Exactly. Them still in the car have conversation. Them don't want to come in the house. Because they don't want to have to deal with you. Because they know they don't want the relationship. Because when you want a relationship, you want to resolve any issues so that we can move forward in love and peace. You don't want to come home, but when you don't want to come home and vex up, to vex up. But that's why I'm telling you, say, guys, nobody disturbs my peace anymore. I'm telling you, nobody disturbs my peace anymore. Nobody. Nobody. Because I don't want no more enemies than what I already have. I don't want no more enemies than what I already have. You understand? And these things that these men are doing is just unconscionable and unreasonable. And I know women do it too, but I never deal with no woman and I never live with no woman. So I don't know. I don't know. Me I talk about men. Right? I realize that most of these men expect women to be taking care of them. The women are becoming the men and the men are becoming the women in the relationship. I am confused. That is so true, Topaz. That is so true. Men are not being raised to be the man of the house anymore. You are the man of the house. Deidre! How you doing, Deidre? So good to see you, sugar. So good to see you. Welcome into the house, Deidre. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, guys. So, men, some of these men are not being raised to believe that they are the head of the household. And that they are supposed to assume the responsibilities that goes with being the head of the household. And the head of the household does not mean that you get to lick your wife. That's not what the head mean. The head of the household does not mean that you get to make the decisions. I was on somebody's live. Was it? I know it wasn't last night. But I was on somebody's live, I think it was over the weekend. And the question they asked was, even if the man is not working, should the man still be the head of the household? Even if he is not working. So if he is not working and he's not working on getting a job, him can't make the financial decisions in the house. If it is the woman alone that is working, she gets to make the financial decision because if you are back a broker goat, they're going to make the money. So she gets to make the decision. If he wants to be the main decision maker in the relationship, that he go get a job. He has to be bringing in some income. Not everyone know conflict resolution. There you go, Nardia. Not everybody does. And some people, some of these manipulative, narcissistic people, they do not want to employ conflict resolution because their intention is to make sure there is a conflict because they want to use this conflict as a stomping ground. This is where they function best. because their whole idea is to keep the environment toxic, is to keep the environment, keep you on edge, keep you on eggshells. That is their objective, because that is how they are going to accomplish what they want to accomplish. Because you are going to be trying your hardest to please them, to make to clear the air, to make the space healthy. So if it is that you didn't cook properly today, you might make the rice a little wet. You might want to go online. You might want to go to the nearest store, go buy a plate of food for them. You want to fix it. They don't want it fixed. They don't want it to be fixed. So you find yourself overdoing. You are run up and down and you are doing. And you hear the lady says she thinks that she could love him if she just love him a little bit more. And anybody who has gone to a relationship where they have been manipulated has felt that way. If I can just love him a little bit more, then maybe he's missing so much love in his life. If I can love him a little bit more, then maybe he will change. And we have hopes that he will change. Anybody here, have you ever there with a man and the man hurt your feelings to the highest, go over there and cheat on you, say something unkind, whatever the case is, and you're a ball and the man coming in your lap a ball too? Anybody ever experienced that? Yeah. You crying your eyes out, and him hurt you, and him want come climb up in your lap and ball too. As though, why are you crying? I'm the one supposed to be crying. So you end up providing comfort. You end up providing comfort to the person who just made you uncomfortable. They manipulate you to the point where you are providing comfort. You are the one rubbing his head up. Baby, what happened? How you feel? I don't know. The man, Not do him. Avoid him. Want to avoid you. Yeah, him upset. He must say to himself, said, damn, another day with this woman. Me don't want that, me don't want that with her, but Jesus Christ, when me think about it, me have to go home. And at this woman, I have to go home to Jesus. He bleed me spirit. So you see, when them laugh and talk and something, and them reach right at the garage door, them bakes up them face, because when them come in at the house, them don't want you chat to them. Them don't want you chat to them. You understand me? Them a go upstairs, them a go lock up in the closet and talk to whoever on the phone. And you hear them on the phone, a chat and a laugh. And when you say something to them, them snap after, what? Where you want? Where about me for? But you hear them on the phone and talk to somebody, yeah, man, yeah. And you get the snap. And you get the shame. And you get the way you want. And you get the nobody me. And you get the low, left me alone, man. You get that. But everybody else gets, yeah, man, what's a gone? Everything. How was your day? Yeah, man, everything, Chris. All right. Call me tomorrow. Yeah, I say you hear them talk to other people on the phone. And when you talk to them, when you ask them a question, them run you and bark after you and carry on like say, you just disturb them peace. Been there. Yes. Been there. Okay? I'm tell you that story. I give me what red flag me hearing this story and not stop your stuff. But we are going to continue. We are going to listen to one little bit of part left. One other little bit of part of it we're going to listen to before we end for the night. Because you know, me just come home from work, so I go take a chill.
He would have me do laundry, and he would accuse me of losing articles in laundry that I know he didn't even have. And he would go and fly off the handle about that. And I was like, Jesus, man, he was getting better, but look at this now. And I just didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know what to do with it. I said, I just got to pray a little harder. I went online and I said, maybe if I can see another story that relates to me, I can know what to do. And every Christian channel told me to stay with him and pray harder. I didn't see no American woman who married a Jamaican guy who's abusing her and what to do. I didn't see none of those stories. So I said, I just got to love him a little bit harder. So one day, I let him, we went to a my friend's cookout, and he met my friend's mother. And my friend's mother is Caribbean, of Caribbean descent. So she took me to the side and she said, are you happy? And at this point, I wasn't happy with him. And I lied and said, yeah. So she took me in front of him and started complimenting. She started saying, you're beautiful. She said, I'm proud of you. You're a college-educated woman. You got this degree. You got this degree. You work at this big firm. And you got this job. And it looked like you're losing weight. And I looked at him, and he made this face that I can't describe. He looked angry. So I said, thank you. And I walked outside, and he grabbed my hand on a porch. And I never forget, he looked at me, and he said, she's telling a lie. She's telling a lie on you. You aren't losing weight, and you're a pig. If she only seen how much you ate. And then he told me that, like, my friends that he met at the cookout were queens, and they were beautiful queens, and I was not. And I downgraded their group, and somebody came out on the porch, and he let me go. And I just remember just sitting there like, I don't even know.
You not hear that? You said that grieved my spirit, you know? Can you imagine? So he's doing everything to convince her that she's ugly. He's doing everything to convince her that she is ugly and she's undesirable, and he is a favor him do her if he love her. Been there with my pretty self, and people look at me and tell me say me ugly. Yeah. It's a way to break you down, to make you believe that you are not worthy. Nobody else would ever want you but them. And they don't want you. They don't want you, but they have to make you believe, try to make you believe that for some reason, some default or some deficiency you have, that is why you did not find a relationship prior to them. So they are your savior. All when you pick up the little scallywag them a street, now them I try to make it look as though I didn't pick you up. I say, guys, them story are really, really heartbreaking, because the disrespect is just beyond me. The disrespect, and he's just escalating it. Now I'm calling her a pig, and somebody mustn't compliment her and tell her she's beautiful. No, because according to him, she must continue to believe whatever he tells her, that she's ugly and she's a pig and she don't look nice, and nobody mustn't compliment her because nobody wants to see the beauty in her. He might tear it down. Yes, he's tearing down every hour of beauty, every hour of self-respect, any sense of self that she has. He's making sure him chip at it, chop it down. Yeah. Leave her broken. Leave her with nothing. Leave her absolutely empty. So that when him left her, she will go keep on and call him, because the only person that can fill that void is him. The only person that can make her feel worthy and valuable and important and special is him. But it's only when he feels like it. So when he feels like it, he hugs her and he makes love to her and he treats her nicely. He dangles a little piece of niceness. He dangles a little piece of niceness in front of her, and she grabs onto it because, yes, she hopes, yes, this is going to last. Yes, I think he's changing. Lord, thank you, Jesus. I think he's changing. So she holds on to that little piece of nothing, thinking it is something. And then he fires off another blow. And then the cycle just keeps repeating itself. Topaz says, I don't mind the person looking for help, but they can treat the person that is helping them in a respectful manner. At least the user can show some appreciation. I agree. I agree 100%. At least you are getting something and somebody is kind enough to be helping. Lord, man, little respect. Little bit of respect. Show a little bit of respect. You understand? Auntie Christy, my heart hurt. Mine too. My heart hurt. You know, you can hear the pain in our voice. You know, can you imagine? No, they said that is beyond. Yes, that is beyond disrespectful. That is beyond disrespectful. That is cruel. That is wicked. That is unkind. That is everything that is not good. Yes, no, they're not value her at all. And the thing with a narcissist is if they can break you down to where they want you, they have won. And the trick is to not let them win. Let nobody devalue you with their words, with their actions. Let nobody devalue you. Know what you bring to the table. Know what you have in your favor. And it hurts my heart when I see people who are getting help. Are you the pan call back a cussing kin tough? Never hear no granny say that? My granny always said that you can't pan call back and cussing kin tough. So he is there, he's depending on her to give him the green card, and yet my call her pig and call what? What? And treat her with such impunity. Treat her with such impunity. And he realizes that she feels as though she is exhibiting the behaviors of somebody who is not acting in her best interest. She is giving everything to him. She's not getting back anything, but she's not demanding anything. And she's not acting in her own interest by taking her life in charge, taking her emotions in charge. Listen, you are not going to treat me like this, because when you treat me like this is how it makes me feel. And I don't like this feeling. Therefore, you have got to go. Yes, guys. It's about time we normalize getting rid of people who constantly try to put us down. It is time we normalize getting rid of them, period. I don't care who. Put them out. And we find that this happens a lot when we are in relationship. In relationships, that is where a woman loses herself the most. In a relationship, a romantic relationship. But guys, I tell you, let no man abuse you, neither physically, emotionally, nor mentally, none of the alleys, and convince you that you are not worthy. You are a queen. You are worthy, especially if you are the one bringing in the bacon. First of all, we're not supposed to pick up no man when I have nothing. Yeah? We're not supposed to pick up no broke man. We're not supposed to pick up no man when I have nothing. We need to have our own coins, and we're not supposed to be picking up any man who cannot bring to the table. Because of those ones who don't bring anything to the table, who oftentimes want to own the table, and them not bring nothing to the table. Yes. So we must stand up for ourselves. Auntie Chris says she losing herself. Yes. Do not lose yourself. Him catch pan yai top and not even afraid for job. Exactly. Yes, him catch pan yai top. And him afraid because he know say even no matter how much blink she blink, him not drop off because she still I take care of him. Auntie Chris said, yes, mine took me out for lunch the day before. So me think the marriage I get better. Then left next day. You see all them something there? Yes, the same thing mine did. Mine come home the night of my birthday. And the man come home, carry one whole answer. I said, many have disagreement the week before, you know. But on my birthday, the man come home with the whole ensemble of Michael Kors. Whole ensemble of Michael Kors him come home with care come. You understand me? And the next morning, the man send me an email. Tell me say him no want me no more. But the man never did want me from beginning. He never did want me from beginning. The man did just look a clean place to poo-poo. He never want me from beginning. But he was willing to get on his knees and he was willing to cry. And he was willing to beg. And he was willing to haul me tail go a pastor. Because sit down in front of pastor and holler tell pastor when want me and how God good to him. And him never did know say God could have been so good to him and all this and all that. He was willing to do all these things to try to convince me that yes, he meant well. He never meant well. Never meant well. And that is why it ended as ugly as it did, because he never meant well. He did not come into the relationship with any intentions of being with me. No. Yeah, no, he didn't come in the relationship to stay with me. And he ball. And he dragged me go to pastor when I protested. So guys, let me tell you, your first instinct that is telling you to protest, that is the right one. Follow it. Protest. And tell the man, take your time and go on about your business. Go catch the next train, but this train, no jump on this train. Understand me, guys? And don't let nobody manipulate you into going into a marriage, into a relationship with which you do not feel comfortable. If you do not feel like, if you have assessed the entire situation and you have said to yourself, this man is not the man for me. And you have looked at the man and you have looked at his circumstances and you have said, no, this is not the man for me. Do not let him manipulate you into changing your mind. Because that first instinct, that first gut feeling is the right feeling. You have a question? Tell me, Sister Chris right there raising her hand. She have a question. Tell me the question. Oh my, Chris said me give back the Michael Kors thing. Them me not give them away. Yeah man, me give them away, give away and donate. Get rid of them. Yeah man, me give them away and donate them. Give them away. Nothing for do with me. I mean, give them away, donate them, sister. I have nothing, I do those things around me. You understand me? Just evil. It's like them bring you on a high to bring you on a low. You understand me? To raise you up upon one tree and then chop down the limb. Because he never had to do that. You know, so y'all left me. On my birthday, but me not care, never did have to bring me nothing. You never did have to bring me anything. But oh, you have to bring me all these things and then you have to cry and tell me, say, you're glad at this and God good to you and and you say all of this, knowing fully well. So when you're done say all of this, you're going to go on your phone and send me email. Come on now. Not necessary. Not necessary. You understand? Not necessary to do that kind of mess. But this is how these people are rolling these days. The wickedness continues. The cruelty continues. The unkindness, the ungratefulness. It just grieves my heart. The nastiness of relationships continue. Guys, we need to learn as women We need to learn to stand up for ourselves. We need to learn that and every hog come for washing our water, we're supposed to let them in. No. We're supposed to stand strong and say no, no matter what. Some people are going to come on stronger than others, but follow your gut feeling. And like this woman we examined this evening, she had a gut feeling from the beginning that it wasn't right, that this man did not want her. But yet still, she threw caution to the wind and said, sink, float, or drown, I'm going in. Don't enter a relationship with that mentality. I did it. Yeah. Don't enter a relationship with that mentality. If you have to, if based on what is presented to you, you feel like you must enter into this relationship, sink, drown, or float, you get that feeling? That is the time to back out. One tell me I'm a hard nut to crack. Yeah, yeah. Yes, Nardia. We have to be a hard nut to crack. We have to be. Stop the wishy-washy, softy, and because him say yes, him like you, and something you're gonna say yes, you like him. I say, let me see where this go. Let me see what happened here. No, that's not how you're going to relationships. It's not no, let me see what happened here. It's like, no, this is a red flag, big red flag, big red sheet, big red curtain. No, I refuse. I'm not going to subject myself to this because when it's all said and done at the end of the day, when I see exactly what has happened to me, it's going to be too late. I will have lost time, energy, effort, money, and some of my emotional well-being. I don't want that. I don't want that. So if you have doubt, step out. That one that sound good, not true. If that one that just rolling out my mind. If you have doubts, guys, step out. One must follow their gut instincts and be willing to walk away with the person. Yes, man. You must be willing to walk away, run away, leave. But you must be willing to do it for you. Don't sit there and have this man manipulate you. And every time you say you're going to leave, him cry and him manipulate you a little bit more. And then you stay. And then him do something grievous again. And you say you're going to leave and you still not leave. Once you make up your mind to leave, run. Leave. Not all relationships are, no relationship, I should say, is perfect. No relationship is perfect. But in this life, we are not looking for perfection. We are looking for compatibility. We are looking for reciprocity. We are looking for good, decent people to share our lives with. And if the man born bad and raised bad, you, my friend, you, my sister, cannot re-raise a grown man. Him come with him bad broke ways. Him come with him bad broke behavior. Him come with him dirty ways. Him come with him foul, filthy mouth. Saying stuff. Walk away. Run away. Do not subject yourself to the abuse repeatedly. Do not subject yourself to this repeated abuse where he's going to elevate from throwing a bag of crackers at you to calling you a bee. He's going to move on from that where I'm going to tear up things and tell you if you tear up your journal and not write nothing about him. He's going to go as far as to call you a pig and call you out of your name and disacknowledge a compliment you get because it does not fit the narrative that he's writing for you, to say that you are ugly and you are disrespectful. And there you go, Nardia. If he's being disrespectful to you before the marriage, do not believe marriage will change it. Marriage will escalate it. He will get worse. He will do worse. So don't do it. Don't do it. I know some of them play a good game and before marriage them nice and sweet, and after marriage then start showing them colors, and then when they start to show their dirty colors, they say, "Oh, are you look at everything too much, everything you see, everything you worry about, everything," and they blame it on you. They just pass it back on you. take a good look at your relationship that you are in right now and ask yourself if you are being manipulated. Ask yourself if this person to whom you are giving your heart, to whom you are giving your soul, to whom you are dedicated as a wife, as a husband, ask yourself the question, is this person as dedicated to me as I am to him? Is there a lack of reciprocity in this relationship? And for those of you, reciprocity means you do for me, I do for you. Yes. Ask yourself, what is going on in this relationship that does not suit me? And stop from bothering people about changing, telling them to change. They are not going to change unless it suits them. So they will be nice to you when it suits them. I had one, he was often very, very, very nice, extra nice whenever he wanted something. As soon as he got it, he go back to giving me the silent treatment and making a big deal over nothing. Little things that I don't make nothing bother me. And little things. You would have think of World War III. So guys, as I close off this chat tonight, I'm telling you, my word to you tonight is choose you. Whatever you do, choose you. Do not empty your cup on anybody and leave yourself without. Choose you. And whatever you flow over on somebody else, it is what your cup has flown over. It is after your cup is full. Your cup is full, whatever run it over onto somebody else, but don't give away your full cup and get somebody else's empty cup. Make somebody else give you an empty cup. All right? Choose yourself, guys. All right? It was a pleasure being here tonight. I really did enjoy this discussion. I thank you all, those of you who came in. I can't possibly remember everybody's name, but I want to say thanks to everybody who came into the chat and were able to identify the red flags in this woman's story. I identified, like, I'm looking at there, that was like 40 red flags. There were so many red flags in this story. And there are lots of us right now who have a lot of red flags in our story, and we are walking around with them like they are sheet or clothes or something. Case Diamond, you just a come? How you doing, sugar? How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're preparing for Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas. Hope you're having a great night, my love. I really do, guys. I enjoyed this little discussion. We are going to be continuing to do these stories next week. Thank you, Nordia. Thank you so much. Yes, we're going to continue again next Tuesday. We will continue. We will do another red flag review from a story that we find online or somewhere. We will review another red flag story. Another story that's filled with red flag. We will review the red flags in the story, guys. It was my absolute pleasure having you all here tonight. My dear Simple Things, Case, you just coming. Nardia stayed with us, and Topaz and Auntie Chris, and I think Modest was here too early. My friends Chinny Vinny and several others came into the chat. Thanks to those of you who shared out the chat. I wasn't able to see all the people who shared it out because by the time I looked over there, it went out. But you all know yourselves. I want to say thank you so much for sharing out the chat. Thank you so much for coming into the chat, guys. Thank you so much for participating in the chat. I hope that you will learn something from this live broadcast. I hope you will learn something. And if you don't learn anything else, I hope that you choose you. And whenever you find yourself in a relationship that does not have mutual respect in it, that you choose you and be willing to walk away or run away from that relationship. Because these kinds of abuse, they start out as simple things, or what we consider to be simple things, and they grow. Because if you don't nip it in the bud from the beginning, they will continue to abuse you. And there is nothing worse than sharing the bed and the roof with an abusive spouse. There's nothing worse, because you and your abuser are not supposed to be under the same roof. Your abuser is supposed to be somewhere else from you. So make sure, guys, if he's abusing you, she's abusing you, you are not supposed to be under the same roof, because you can't love me this minute and kill me the next minute. And that's how this thing go. All right. So, guys, that's going to be it from me for tonight. Until we meet again. Until we meet again one day this week. Yes, until we meet again one day this week. Whenever it is, I will put out a flyer so that we all know when it is going to be. As soon as I'm able to put everything together, we will determine exactly when it is going to be. But it's going to be either Friday, tomorrow, or Thursday. Can't be Friday because I'm going to work Friday. So anyway, guys, I want to say thank you all for coming. Thank you all for participating. Have a fantastic evening. Have a fantastic night, guys. I am going to go to sleep. I might wake up later. What good, guys. Thank you so much, Nadia. I might wake up later and do another live. It all depends on how I feel. But anyway, thank you all so much, guys. You all go ahead now. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of each other. And don't you ever forget that your journey matters. Until next time, guys, this is Trev checking out. Peace. Good night, guys. See ya all tomorrow or next day.